Welcome everyone. In continuation of my lesson videos on modular arithmetic, I want us to look at multiplication. The question on the board says, copy and complete the following multiplication table in mode 6. Now, how do you handle multiplication? This is the method. When you multiply the two numbers, you check if the product is allowable in that mode. You write it down. If it is not, you divide by the mode number. So 1 times 1 will give you 1. 1 is acceptable in mode 6. You write 1. 1 times 2 will give you 2. 2 is allowed. 1 times 3, 3 is allowed. 1 times 4 will give you 4. 4 is also allowed. 2 times 1 will give us 2. And 2 is allowed. Write it down. 2 times 2 will give you 4. 4 is allowed. 2 times 3 will give you 6. 6 is not allowed in mode 6. So you can write it down. You divide. It will give you 1 remainder 0. You write the remainder. 2 times 4 will give you 8. 8 is not allowed. You divide again. That will give you 1 remainder 2. You write the remainder. 3 times 1 will give you 3. 3 is allowed. 3 times 2, 6. 6 is not allowed. We have handled that before. That will give you 0. Then 3 times 3 will give you 9. 9 is not allowed. We divide. 1 remainder 3. We write the remainder. 3 times 4 will give you 12. 12 is not allowed. We divide again. 2 remainder 0. You write the remainder. 4 times 1 will give you 4. 4 is allowed. 4 times 2 will give you 8. 8 is not allowed. We have handled that before, and that will give you 2. 4 times 3 will give you 12. 12 is not allowed, but we have handled that before. Will give you 0. 4 times 4 will give you 16. 16 is not allowed. That will give you 2 remainder 4. You write 4. So far, we have seen that when you are given two numbers to multiply in any mode, multiply the two numbers, check the product. If the product is allowable in that mode, you write it down. That's your answer. But if it's not supposed to be in that mode, you divide by the mode number. That's what we did to complete the table on the board. The next one we're going to do is division of numbers in modular arithmetic. On the board, I have 4 questions to explain how to divide numbers in modular arithmetic. The first one says 2 divided by 2 mode 4. Second one, 2 divided by 3 mode 4. 10 divided by 8 mode 3. 74 divided by 7 mode 5. Now, in this addition, when you are asked to do division of numbers in modular arithmetic, first of all, look at the two numbers, the dividend and the divisor. Look at them. If there are numbers that are allowable in that mode, then you now check also whether they are equal. If they are equal, go ahead and do your division, and whatever you get becomes your final answer. For example, 2 divide 2. 2 of them, the first 2 and the second 2, All of them are allowable in mode 4. And then they are equal. So 2 divide 2. So 2 divide 2 will give you 1 mode 4 as your answer. This one is straightforward. In the second one, it says 2 divide 3 mode 4. Yes, both of them are allowable numbers in mode 4. But the dividend is less than the divisor. What do we do? What we are going to do is you will take multiples of the mode. In this case, is mode 4. So multiples of 4. They look for the least multiple of 4 you can add to the dividend so that you can get a number divisible by the divisor. Look at it. 2 is the dividend. 3 is the divisor. Now, 2 is less than 3. So this division cannot go on. For the division to go on, we are going to look for the least multiple of 4 we can add to these 2 so that we can get a number divisible by 3. Now, the first multiple of 4 is, of course, 4. 4 plus 2 will give you 6. Is 6 divisible by 3? Yes. If it's not divisible, you add another 4 to it. You keep adding multiples of 4 to it until you get a number that is divisible by 3. So since 6 is divisible by 3, we'll divide it right away. So it becomes 6 divided by 3. So the answer becomes 2 mod 4. That is the final answer. Let's go to the third one. The third one says 10 divided by 8 mod 3. Now, the two numbers, both the dividend and the divisor, both of them are not allowed in mode 3. What do? Bring them down to the level of that mode. 10 divided by 3. That will give you 3 remainder 1. So you write 1 divided by 8 divided by 3. That will give you 2 remainder 2. Remember, you write down the remainder 2. So this 10 divided by 8, you can write it as 1 divided by 2 mod 3. The two numbers are now in the level they should be, but still the division cannot take place. You will now look for multiples of the mode which you can add to this one to get a number that is divisible by 2. Let's do the first one. The first multiple is 3. 1 plus 3 will give you 4. Is 4 divisible by 2? Yes. We'll now say 4 divided by 2. The result is 2 mod 3. So this is the final answer to this question. 2 mod 3. The final answer to 10 divided by 8 mod 3. Let's still go to the next one. 74 divided by 7 mod 5. Both of them are outside the numbers that are allowed to be in mode 5. And because of that, reduce each and every one of them to the one that is allowable in mode 5. 74 divided by 5, that will give you 14 remainder 4. You write 4 divided by 7. If you divide it, you have 1 remainder 2. You write that remainder 2. So this statement has been reduced to this one. And if you look at this now, is 4 divisible by 2? Yes, it's divisible. So go ahead and divide. 4 divided by 2 will give you, so the answer, 4 divided by 2 will give you 2 mod 5. So the final answer of 74 divided by 7 mod 5 is 2 mod 5. In summary, what I'm trying to point out here is that if you are given any question on division on division, check the two numbers, both the dividend and the divisor. If they are within the allowable range of numbers in that mode, then check whether the divisor can divide the dividend. If they are equal, of course, if they are equal, do your division. But if they are not equal, look for the multiple of the least multiple of the mode that you can add to that dividend to make it divisible by the divisor. We saw that in the second one. We saw that in the third one. When we reduce these two, we got 1 divided by 2, but 1 being the dividend is less than the divisor. We had to look for multiples of the mode. So the first one we added 3 plus 1 gave us 4, and 4 is divisible by 2. So we didn't continue. We ended it there. 4 divided by 2 gave us 2. So answer 2 mod 3. The same thing happened here. But if the numbers you got, the dividend is divisible by the divisor, go ahead and do your division and write your final answer. So division is a little bit different from multiplication in the sense that you check the dividend if it is less than the divisor or they are not equal. Look for a number, look for multiples of the mode that you can add so that you can get a number that is divisible. And once you do that, do your division. Whatever quotient you get becomes your final answer. Thank you and bye for now.